Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ros, Ice, and Cass here in Cleveland for the women's Final Four, and we've got the #1 seed Iowa taking on the #3 seed UConn. And boy, is there a lot of star power in this matchup. You've got Caitlin Clark, you've got Paige Bueckers, and one of the first questions UConn is going to try to answer that I don't think any team in the country really has had a great one for is how do you begin to try and slow down Caitlin Clark? Now, one thing that has been cool to see is Paige Bueckers. She has played spurts of defense on the other team's best player. So, Ice, first of all, what is the first kind of line of attack to slow down Caitlin? And could you expect to see Paige on her?
Yeah, I think first line of attack is just pressure, pressure, pressure. Just be on her with 94 feet. When she catches the ball, when she's dribbling it, when she gives it up, when she goes to get a timeout, I would walk with her to the timeout. Like, you cannot leave her. But I would say definitely expect to see Paige on her. I think Paige is a player. She's competitive. She's going to want to accept that challenge. But also Nika Mule. I think it's important when you are playing Caitlin to have multiple defenders that are guarding her and give her different looks.
Yeah, and those looks are different than the ones she saw against LSU, primarily in Haley Van Lith. They're much bigger. They're longer. You've got Nika Mule, who's 5'10", and Paige is long and 6 foot. Yeah. So it'll be a different kind of size on her. But the other thing for Iowa is that they're leading the nation in scoring, 91.9 points per game. They're putting it up and fast. And UConn, they score it too, but 12 points less than Iowa. And UConn is a team that at times they're playing just 6 players. 3 of them, Aaliyah, Nika, Paige, they've played the entire game sometimes in this tournament. Now, they like to play up-tempo too, but can they afford to play that way with Iowa and not be fatigued?
Yeah, I mean, this is the great X factor for UConn. They have a short bench. It's very similar to the LSU team. They have to be very careful, slow the game down a little bit. You know, when you watch Iowa, there were a few players for them against LSU as well that played a full 40 minutes, but they are still chugging. This is an incredibly well-conditioned team. They can spread around the scoring too. It's not just Caitlin. So for UConn, it will be important to slow it down, keep everyone out of foul trouble, and just keep in the game all the way through.
I think you have to be selective, though. I think you run when you have numbers, when you have an advantage, right? When you can create a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2. But other than that, if you don't have it right away for UConn, pull it out. Run your offense. Make Iowa play defense for 25, 30 seconds.
Are you in the coaching staff for UConn? Because I actually spoke with Gino Auriemma today, and he actually said, we need to be thoughtful about our up-tempo play because we do it great, and so does Iowa. Something's got to give. So we don't want to have a 90-point scoring game, but it's not just the pressure you put on them defensively. He said it's the pressure you put on them offensively. So he wants his team to be opportunistic with their run. Guys, I'm going to start with you, Ice. What's something you have your eye on? Give me a key for this game.
Yeah, post-matchup inside. Hannah Skolke for Iowa, one of the best runners in the game, rim runners. So I'm looking for her to get out in transition, to steal some points in transition. And then for UConn, Aaliyah Edwards. I think she's had a decent tournament, but I think she can take it up another level, especially with her scoring inside and getting to the free throw line. So which post player is going to stay out of foul trouble? I feel like Cass and I talk about this all the time. That's what I'm going to keep my eye on.
Yep. Cass?
Yeah, it's the supporting cast, right? You know, both Lisa Bluter and Gino Auriemma said today that, of course, everyone's looking at this as Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers, but it's the cast around them that is going to pour in the points that matter the most. So who can step up and be an X factor?
All right, I'll point out this for my key. Minding the stage. Iowa and LSU in their Elite Eight game brought in 12.3 million viewers, and there's potential that this game could be just as big, if not bigger. And so one thing that Lisa Bluter was telling me today is that she's been telling her team to guard their emotional energy. Everyone wants a slice of you at the Final Four. They want your time, they want pictures, they want tickets. They've got to make sure that they make and keep the main thing the main thing. Hey, guess what? Iowa's never won a championship. UConn, they've won 11. But they haven't won one since 2016. So all of these ladies coming on the court to play in the Final Four, they want the same thing. Their shot at their first ever championship. And we'll see who gets it.